My name is Rob Lowe. I'm a deputy superintendent with the Cambridge Police. I'm married and I have 4 kids, and they've been my support throughout my entire career, so I'm so appreciative to them. I've been a police officer for 20 years, like I said. Currently, my role as a deputy superintendent is working with vulnerable populations to make sure that we provide follow-up services to help them make sure that they get the services that they need. We work with populations such as unsheltered individuals, individuals managing mental health challenges, at-risk youth, individuals surviving sexual assault, as well as at-risk youth. We also spend a lot of time with community outreach in our business community. I really want to focus more, though, on the why and why Raleigh. So in addition to being an attorney and being in a doctorate program, I think it's so important to focus on the why. And for me, I wasn't really sure if this was a good fit. And so I did a lot of research online. I read the city's budget. I read the strategic plan, a bunch of online documents, and I still wasn't sure. So we decided to pack up our bags, and our family came down here to take a visit. And when we visited Raleigh, we found ourselves in a position where we couldn't believe the cultural diversity that we were experiencing, right? I can remember being in Pullen Park and saying we could see ourselves living here, right? And so we really connected with the community, the friendliness, the quality of life. And something that also drew me to Raleigh was the fact that I consider that I have a global perspective to policing. And what I really enjoyed was the fact that the police department was really trying to align the work that they're doing with the city. I really enjoyed reading about the gun violence reduction plan and how that was aligned with the strategic plan. So I really enjoyed that. I could tell you a quick story. I went to grab breakfast this morning, and so I went to grab a few things and coffee and some breakfast, and I went to go pay for it. And so the woman at the counter said, that'll be 10 cents. And I said, excuse me? And she said, that'll be 10 cents. And I said, how is it 10 cents? And she said, well, there was someone that came here before you that wanted to pay it forward, so you only have to pay 10 cents. Mm-hmm. And so for me, that just really gave me a sense of the experience that we've had with Raleigh, and I'd really like to connect with this community. I feel like I could make a significant impact in this community, and I look forward to this opportunity. I would like to echo the city manager's comments early on and compliment Chief Deck Brown in the work that she has done here and the great team here at the Raleigh Police Department, as well as this great city. So thank you.
Well, I'm currently the Park Police Chief, have been for 3 years in Montgomery County, Maryland, where I serve to protect as many as 400 different parks and 250 miles of trail within Montgomery County. It's a very diverse community, if not arguably one of the most diverse in the nation, with 1.1 million people. Our park system is visited on average by 14 million visitors estimated. And I've also been part of some startup programs, if you will, Police Activities League. Believe it or not, I used to oversee the Law Enforcement Gospel Choir in Montgomery County, Maryland itself, but also involved in other matters such as emergency management and crisis intervention. Prior to that, I was with the Montgomery County Department of Police for 30 years, where I retired as an assistant chief. I have 33 years total of progressive police experience, again in a very diverse community. 18 years of those have been at a command level. Vast experience in different administrative and operational aspects to include community engagement, collaboration, crime prevention, internal affairs, crisis intervention involving vulnerable adults such as the mentally ill that you spoke about before, employee wellness and safety, media relations, and even also animal services. And I believe this will be a great fit for me here, because when I thought about the qualities you were seeking in your next chief, I've got plenty of experience and also successes in issues involving transparency and accountability, success in recruiting a diverse work staff, implementing evidence-based strategies to include peer intervention, de-escalation, and also implicit bias, as well as experience with restorative justice programs. And why do I want to serve here? First of all, I love to serve. It is what I do on a regular basis, but it's what drew me to this profession. The city itself is a diverse city, but it's also growing. It's a city that's leaning in which the different entities are looking to work together, and they're also setting excellence as their standard. The agency, the Raleigh Police Department, is quite a very good agency, and the city should be very, very proud of it. Certainly, when I went around today, it only validated the research that I had already done on the agency itself. And then last, I will not necessarily see this as just a job, but more importantly is a sacred trust between me, the government, but also every citizen and visitor within the city of Raleigh. Thank you.
Good evening, Raleigh. Good evening, good evening. To Madam Manager, thank you for having me, as well as the citizens and the residents of Raleigh and the men and women of the Raleigh Police Department, a fine police department. Thank you so much for having me and allowing me to be a part of this opportunity. Certainly, as I think about the Raleigh Police Department and the work that not only the Chief Deck Brown, but every citizen and every officer of this police agency has put forward, is just an extremely amount of work. So I'm very pleased with that. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am a deputy chief currently with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. I have been with CMPD 24 years. It'll be 25 in July. And I currently serve as the deputy chief over our patrol services, which includes our 13 patrol divisions, as well as our airport division and our operations command. In that capacity, I have the opportunity to work very closely with the community, which is my niche. That is what I'm about. From the first day of being a police officer, I have worked in community engagement, building community trust, building legitimacy within our community, and that's something that I certainly take pride in. That's something that I want to continue to do. Why do I want to be the chief at the police department here in Raleigh? Well, I would tell you very simply, because I want to make Raleigh the safest city in the United States. Raleigh is not far from that, and I want to continue to work with this agency to become a better agency. Also, too, I desire to be your chief because I know that you're looking for a leader to lead the men and women of this agency and of this organization. And based on my 24 years of service, my qualified service, I believe that I'm suited for that. And then lastly, too, I desire to be the chief because I want to push forward 21st century policing ideals. Again, we are in a time now in policing where it is more important than ever that we begin to rebuild the relationships with the community. I have experience in that area for my 24 years, and I want to continue to build on that, and I think this is a great opportunity to do that.